In this video, we'll be solving equations with distributive property. Distributive property says multiply the number outside by each term inside. So 3 times 1x would be 3x, and 3 times negative 7 would be negative 21. Multiply the number outside by each term inside. So in our examples today, first step will be to use the distributive property to rewrite the equations. Before we solve, we need to make sure that we distribute, in other words, multiply the number outside by each inside. So 5 will be multiplied by the two terms, 2x and negative 3. That equals negative 55. 5 times 2x, we multiply, that will be 10x. 5 times negative 3, we multiply, that will be negative 15. And that equals negative 55. Second, we're going to use inverse operations to solve this two-step equation. So now we have a two-step equation. 10x is the variable term where 10 is multiplied by x, minus 15 is the constant, equals negative 55. So to solve for x, we have two steps. First, we are going to inverse the addition or subtraction, in this situation subtraction. So add 15 to both sides. Negative 15 plus 15 creates a zero pair. Bring down the 10x. And then negative 55 plus 15, subtract and keep the sign of the bigger number. So that would be negative. And then we subtract 40. Dividing by 10, 10x is a variable term. Dividing by 10 is the inverse operation. When we divide, we always divide the same number the variable is multiplied by, and that would be negative 4. X value, negative 4. Let's see a few more examples. As a reminder, to solve for the variable, we'll use the steps. So first, we are going to use the distributive property. Second, add or subtract the constant in order to create that zero pair. And third, we will divide the same number the variable is multiplied by. So for instance, what if I have 4 multiplied by 2x plus 5, and that equals negative 36. First, we distribute. So first step, distributive property. 4 times 2, 8x. 4 times positive 5, positive 20, equals negative 36. Using inverse operations, we add or subtract the constant. So the constant is 20. We need to subtract it, and that creates a zero pair on the variable side. We subtract 20. Bring down the 8x. On the other side, combine. We have negative and negative. Same sign. Add the numbers. Keep the sign. Negative 56. Divide by 8 on both sides because 8x is a variable term. Inverse operation will be division. And when you divide, you always divide the same number. So dividing by 8. X will be negative 7. Negative divided by positive. Different sign. Negative answer. Negative 7. Negative 3 will be multiplied in the next example by 2x and positive 13. That would equal negative 3. So if I have to distribute, it means I multiply the number outside by each inside. Negative 6x and negative 39 will equal negative 3. On the variable side, look for the constant, that's negative 39, and use the inverse operation. Add 39 on both sides. Negative 6x comes down, and we have negative and positive to combine. We subtract and keep the sign of the bigger number. Bigger number is 39 minus 3, 36. Negative 6x is a variable term. That means negative 6 is multiplied by a number. Multiplication. Inverse operation is division. When we divide, always divide the same number. So divide the negative 6. Negative and positive and division is a negative answer, negative 6. Let's see another example. What if 2 is multiplied by negative 10 and positive 3x? And that's equal negative 50. Distribute, multiply. 2 times negative 10 is negative 20. 2 times positive will be positive 6x. Bring down negative 50. On the side where the variable is, look for the constant. That is negative 20. That's our step 2. Add or subtract the constant. Since the constant is negative, we use inverse. Add on both sides the 20 to create that zero pair. Negative 20 plus 20 is 0. Bring down 6x, positive. Combine the numbers on the right-hand side, negative and positive, different sign. Subtract, keep the sign of the bigger number, 30. 6x means multiplication, and number times the variable. So multiplication, inverse operation is division. Always divide the same number the variable is multiplied by. So divide 6. X will be negative 5. Since we're dividing different signs, the answer is negative. And one more example. What if negative 2 is multiplied by 2 terms inside the parentheses, 2x and negative 7? And that equals negative 10. Distribute means multiply. Negative times positive is negative 4x. Negative times negative is positive 14. And bring down negative 10. On the side where the variable is, we have variable term, which is multiplication, and constant. Here is positive, meaning addition. Inverse, we subtract on both sides, 14. Negative 4x, the variable term, comes down. Negative and negative, when we combine, same sign, add the numbers, keep the sign, negative 24. Negative 24, we divide, since the variable term is multiplication. To solve, we have to divide, and when we divide, we always divide same number, so divide negative 4. Negative 24 divided by negative 4 is positive 6. When we divide same sign, the answer is positive.